Hey everyone, I know that some of you are having some crazy winter storms right now, and I hope that you all stay safe and warm. Sometimes we have those crazy storms where I live too, in the desert, and I live in a pretty undeveloped town, and I was able to get myself a generator for emergencies. So if you have the means to do so, it's definitely a great idea to have one for emergencies. So today I'm going to break in the engine and get it running. This way, if I ever find myself in a situation where I don't have power, I can rely on my generator to keep my household essentials up and running, like my fridge and my coffee maker. I guess I could do a pour over, but my grinder still needs electricity. And I can plug in all of my electronics so that I can still bring my art to you. And yeah, that'll be just a good peace of mind to have as well. The desert can be very, very extreme temperatures up and down, especially in the high desert where I live. We get snow at my house and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and read the manual. That's always step one. And then break in the generator. And I'll kind of show you guys how it goes. I've never broken in a generator. I don't even know if saying breaking it in is the way to go. But this will be my first time. And so hopefully it's extremely easy, and this video is able to show everyone out there how simple it is to use one, and maybe it'll help convince some people to go ahead and get one for emergencies so that we're all safe and prepared. So, starting with the manual and my coffee. It's a beautiful morning today, by the way. Alright, so this generator is really cool. It has two kinds of fuels. You can use regular gasoline, or you can use propane. Today we're going to break it in with gasoline, and I read the manual, and it did say not to use gasoline from a metal jerry can. And I filled up 2 metal jerry cans last night with gas. So I'm going to do better in the future. But the reason being is that sometimes those cans can rust, and then particles can get into the carburetor and cause issues. So I won't do that again, but we're going to break it in today with that. And I have my fuel stabilizer so that it runs more efficiently and protects the engine. And the goal of breaking in the engine, the manual said it takes about 30 hours. So if you have an emergency and you run out and get a generator, it will work, but you are not supposed to put more than a 75% load on the generator, or it will damage it. So you need to basically use it sparingly and break it in for 30 hours. And there is a display screen on there that tells you how many hours are on the generator. At that point, you're going to want to change the oil. That gets rid of any small metal particles or anything that comes off from the engine turning and being used for the first time. And then you replace the oil, and that extends the life of your equipment drastically. If you have an emergency and you already have a generator that's broken in, you can use it to its full potential without damaging the performance of the product in the future. So it's nice to have one ready to go before you need it, than using it when it's last minute. It's kind of like a baseball glove. If you buy a new baseball glove and you go out and play a game with it, the coach is probably going to bench you because you're making a lot of errors, and you get that puppy broken in, and we used to put it in the oven sometimes with some special oil, or anyways, that's besides the point. You need a nice broken in glove to be an all-star, and you need a nice broken in generator to save your butt. So let's get the oil in it, and we'll get it fired up. You just gotta select which fuel you're going to use. This one has a remote click start and a pull start and a push start. So with 3 ways to get it started, if I can't get it started, then that's on me. And as always, safety first. I haven't got my cone. All right, I took off all my safety equipment because I couldn't see what I was doing, but it was mainly to make a point anyways. Always be safe. Read the manual. All right, this should be the secret compartment. I didn't know if it snapped or what. I didn't want to break it. It's an engine. Okay, so this is the spark plug. I think we're on the wrong side. The more secret door. You got to connect the battery. They don't ship it connected for safety. We'll do that after. Okay, that's to drain the oils on the bottom. They do put these nice little blue lines so you can line it up so you know when it's tight. Oil. It comes with a nice funnel too. The manual says it takes 0.64 quarts, so in between half and 3/4 of the jug. And there's measurements on the side. You want to be careful not to overfill it. I'm going to use the dipstick and check it. It's 32 ounces. 16 would be half. I'm just below 16, so I'm going to check it. Did you guys see where I put the cap? Right where I left it. I gave him a hat. Perfect. All right, we have oil. Let's connect the battery. Cool. Battery's up here. Fuel stabilizer. 1 ounce treats 5 gallons of gas. And we are at I think it was 3.7 gallons. So we're gonna use less than an ounce. It does come with a filter as you pour your gas in too. Keeps debris and stuff out. Again, it says not to use a metal tank. I'm not gonna do it again. Oh, nice. Clicks when you're shut. It also comes with a regulator for your propane, if you're going to use propane on it. We're not today, but All right, so that bag has a few extra parts. Your remote clicker. These doors can be a little testy. All right, now, moment of truth. In California, these do have an additional safety feature. It's basically a carb protection for emissions. So if too much exhaust and carbon builds up around the generator, it's telling the generator that it's unsafe. If for people to be around, it will shut off the generator. Some people like that. Some people not so much. I think if you just use it right, you hopefully shouldn't have any issues. So right now mine is set to propane. We're not using propane. So we're gonna click it here. I'll show you over here. All right, so it's set over here at propane. We're gonna move it over to gas. I think we want to turn it. On. Power switch. Operation. Select a starting method. Manual start, remote start. Okay. Fuel selector switch. Before starting the engine, inspect the generator, disconnect all electrical. Oh, gasoline. That's why you read the manual. All right. Move the economy ESC switch in the off position. It is. It's off. That's this one. Okay. Turn it to the gasoline setting. It is. Push the power switch to the on position. I did. Okay, let's try the remote start. Slowly press and release the 2 times button on the control twice. Oh, now I can make art even if the power's out. I guess I could always make art if the power's out, but now I can show you. I don't want to get too close with my coffee because my coffee's fire. That was stupid. Okay, so a few things to note on this generator. It is a insulated generator, so it's considered super quiet. If you get a standard generator, expect it to be much louder. And then it is an inverter generator, so it has basically an inverter. It converts sine waves into a more pure sine wave instead of a square wave. Or it's basically something like that. I'm sure someone will correct me, but that allows you to use this power source, this generator, with sensitive electronics like televisions, cameras. So if I'm making art with my camera, I can use this. You can charge, you can use it to power your computers, medical equipment, which is very, very life or death for some people, without damaging those equipments. If you just need to keep your refrigerator on and maybe a fan or something, you don't need to get an inverter generator. You can also get inverters separately and add them onto the generator, but I could go down a whole rabbit hole of the types of generators, and we're not going to do that today. Today, I got the generator running, so next time we have a power outage and it's freezing cold outside, or even worse, when we have a power outage in the desert here and it is blistering hot, I can keep my household functioning reasonably comfortable. This is a pretty good sized generator. It can't run my entire home, but I can use it for the essentials for sure.